Right back at you again. Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue, loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rap and slang. Lost in parables, the scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, 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 I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone, I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment they are called. Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughters safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it, I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me, I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to get salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud is gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
UPK, O1 West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. Just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision, him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions, come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons, same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean on is UPK and the General Yana. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. Just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation, send evils and curses on the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first thing. Hey, 400 years they work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and then the doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to a building of return after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to a building of return after the long journey. No care much money you a earn. Hey, I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. Just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the mission.
down a lover. No sweat. I'm not a priest without a cover. Yeah. I hit the bottom of defeat, then I recover. Bounce, bounce, till I'm completely out of rubber. I tie the meat tree like a Zeke down a lover. No sweat. I'm not a priest without a cover.
I feel the pressure, but it's checkers, boo.
Don't topple over dominoes.
Gird your loins, the abdominal.
Resisting the abominable.
Deal with the impossible like any other obstacle.
Since failure isn't optional.
You better lock and load. Yes, I'm the man, your only fan, I take it personal. Something like a Daniel out of one that makes me merciful. Some shit you never seen, some shit you
ISUPK, we out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, you understand? Getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my nigga. Yeah. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you you boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them, dap them and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we here to rejected, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, shalom Israel, shalom, escucha.
Esté atento hoy a la negra vista a las 9 de la noche.
You heard it, la verdad, shalom.
We talking about practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one that is not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They ring got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe. Connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink flows. Thinking you woke into your third eye, peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, they bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him running, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laughing these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number one at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this, janitor with the mop stick. You gon' need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10 I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. We here now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
Yeah, Mr. Shabaka Thumb.
Yeah, how about you?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Kim? What's going on? Hey, yeah, Mr. Shabaka, what's going on?
And there?
You did it?
Yeah,
man. Man did it in the business, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know if y'all wanna tell the people to take up the leaves from trees and dry them, because the toilet paper in the damn grocery store about to be gone. Yeah, I mean, if you don't tell them buy them plastic barrels and put them outside under the what's it called, the spout from the roof, and try to catch that damn water. Yeah, I mean, buy that that little mesh and put it over the tank so it could strain it. Yeah, I mean, because boy, America is about soon to not be found. Them days coming.
It's almost like he's trying to take the down with him too. That's the crazy thing about it.
Of course, he definitely is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, we're back again Saturday night as usual with the usual suspects. You know what I mean? Holding it down for Commander Johnny Hanagay, my hardest working man in Israel. Yeah, I mean, doing the damn thing. You already know Buffalo, New York. We're gonna be up there, I think, June 15th and 16th, and from then on, it's gonna be kicking off all them cookouts. You know, from July all the way down to October, November. They're gonna be rocking hard, running true, running right. You know how we do it, running tight. And you know, we're gonna keep getting it in.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep knocking it down and getting it in. So tonight we definitely tonight we stocked with stories, boy. I don't know where y'all want to start, how y'all want to start, what y'all feeling.
Let's see. I know I saw. Yeah, it definitely has some good stories. But I know if you're gonna hold that one for the last. Yeah, we could hold that one for last.
Yeah, if you want to, we could go through. There's definitely a few good ones on the list there, and
we could start with that FBI. We could start with one.
Let's rock and see where we at.
Or Dwayne Wade daughter.
Man, listen. Damn. Listen, it's
just for YouTube.
Second.
I said that's just for YouTube. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you mean, but brother, I'm so glad to be, you know, born in a year that made kids go wow. Because to be a young man in this timing, that's bombarding the senses, boy. That's like sitting down at a table with coffee and tea and, you know, hot chocolate and a bowl of white, you know, crystals, and you sweetening your stuff and it's salt in the bowl. Like that's what life is for a young man right now, where normally you would assume that that's sugar that you're putting into your coffee or your tea, but somebody put salt. It ain't it at first glance it don't look. But who the hell will sit at a table and be so skeptical or so suspicious about something so ordinary? I think that living like that needs to be studied, where you cannot trust anything you're seeing. Like that's a certain level of paranoia that I think this generation now is normal for them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right?
Oh man, brother, shit! I'm getting tired just thinking about this thing. I'm
telling you.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
That what you're saying is so heavy, and it's meant to be exhausting like that, because without the truth, after being exhausted for so long and scrutinizing for so long, what will happen is you'll stop scrutinizing and you'll stop caring. And that's what it's meant to. It's like it's psychologically it's meant to do that. And that's what I say. The truth is the only thing that'll keep you, because the scriptures say iron sharpening iron. Because we surrounded by brothers in here that follow what Christ follows under commanding General Yohana, you understand? It keeps us constantly, like we don't get the luxury of not caring or not scrutinizing. You understand? Because we being scrutinized. And so it's like outside of here, I've heard brothers literally in the world say, man, I'm tired of even just, you know what I'm saying, like just giving up on it. Either they give up on even looking at sisters in general, or they just now is just don't care either way. And it's like, it's the two extremes where it's like, it's crazy, sir. It's like,
because I could, it's like I could see going down the road of they're trying to compare P. Diddy and this man, Dwayne Wade. When I say compare them in a way, whereas to try and show that, you know what I mean, Dwayne Wade is the mirror image of what a black father should be. You understand? And then you have your what's the dude name? P. Diddy.
Right.
You're not supposed to be like. We know you're not supposed to be like him, but Dwayne Wade, he is so supportive of his, you know what I mean, that child. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's showing, you know what I mean, in their world what a good father is, and he's going to be rewarded for it. He's going to get accolades and award for being that type of person. You understand what I'm saying? Which is, you know what I mean, which is crazy. And you know what I mean, and men like Commander Jerry Han and the generals and the brothers in here, you understand? They're going to try to put to the back and try to say we teaching hate, we doing this, that, the other. When we doing the total opposites. We are what black men supposed to look at and be like. You understand? Not Dwayne Wade, not P. Diddy. You understand? And they give these men these platform to further destroy us. You know what I mean? So you have two extremes, as you're saying. Now you have this father here who is encouraging his child to go down a path that the Lord does not want us to go down, our kids to go down. And then you have P. Diddy, who definitely, you know what I mean, you do not want to be right now. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. You know what I mean? But before all that thing came out with P. Diddy, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, he was an idol, basically. I mean, you want to be rich. You know what I mean? Until you see what comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that point you make there, like that I didn't even think about that. And they will for sure do it because they are that diabolical, where they would damn near, you know, celebrate him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would celebrate him because he's so willing. They would say he's so strong.
Yeah.
So masculine to go against the grain or to push against the grain, and you know, and be so supportive of and they don't even say his son or his daughter. They just call the thing by its name. So it's like, you know, anybody watching who's not paying attention. Once again, even though we have the internet, sometimes as time go on, people don't really be keeping up with stories and keeping up with, you know, what really is. So they'll hear the name and they'll see the physical presentation of a girl, but they're not going to know. So they just keep saying, you know, and he's so strong for supporting Zaire or whatever it is the name is.
Salakika.
Go ahead.
The heading. I'm really heading.
Go ahead.
Dwayne Wade is so damn proud of daughter Zaire. 16, they launch a new space for trans youth, which then, you know what I mean, they fall out trying to, you know what I mean, switch you. I mean, and not just with us, is with the kids and them, the younger generation.
That's who they're aiming to confuse. They're aiming to confuse, you know, the kids coming up, because, you know, children they're going to just do what they see. They learn what you put in front of them, and they're going to bombard them so much it'll seem like it's natural when it's not.
Hey, how you get a picture with them two of them so quick,
brother? You ever see Matrix, the man with all the keys? I got a certain plug, bro. I got a certain plug with this damn internet, bro. Don't watch it. Watch it. I talk like them Christian. You know, I'm appointed and anointed with this thing. I'm surgical with this thing, Jake. I'm surgical. Yeah. I'm appointed and anointed and never disappointed, Jake. Come on, Jake. Nah, you know. But yeah, you're right, Doc. They definitely gonna put like he's the quintessential image and figure of a black father and male role model and all that type of shit. So I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you there. You know what I mean? You want to get it's number one, right? No, where you want to go? You want to go with that's number 5.
I think we done there with that one. We can move on. We can move on with man.
Yeah, we
stick on that. Everybody in here should know by now. You know what I mean? That ain't a daughter. You know what I mean?
So, like, if I may, sir, and before we move on, I just want to ask too. Okay, Dwayne Wade's son identifies as a girl, but at the end of the day, this is still a black boy.
Right.
That he's advocating for safe spaces. Why isn't he advocating for safe spaces for black boys or black girls, for black youth? You understand? He's advocating for the LGBTQ community instead of his race. When I'm trying to figure out why aren't you advocating for the thing that is actually under threat, under attack, which is what the Israeli member said, black youth. She said black youth. She didn't say trans youth or LGBTQ youth. So clearly our children are under attack. So why aren't they advocating for what he should advocate? Like Cap Gunn said, the race card is it trumps it all. Why is he advocating for that one instead of this whole nonsense?
Because Salaki, because they're helping with the attack on the black youth. You know what I mean? They for sure helping on the attack. I mean, if you're not in the truth, you with the oppressor, helping them oppress black youths. Because you go talk to a preacher, the preacher gonna tell you that they the problem, they the issue. You understand? They gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you, well, we dropped the ball. They ain't gonna tell you that. Dwayne Wade and them ain't gonna say we dropped the ball. Nah, they gonna further the destruction of black youths.
Right.
You understand? That's why he ain't gonna come out and try to defend against it. Because he is the problem.
Right.
He is the problem. So like here. You.
And that's if I could too. Like that will only go, that whole movement and push and support will only go as far as the current wealth allows.
Yeah.
Like this place start to get tight, start to get a bit rough, and start to get a little bit more, natural. They say this thing is natural, right? You're naturally born that way. But when things go back to the natural way, the way how without the systems they put in place, they ain't gonna be able to push that shit the way they think they will be able to push it.
Right.
And yeah, that's a heavy point too. Look on that same side they're on with this place falling, and with things going back to his natural sense, right? Now all that money he paying to be a trans woman or a trans girl,
right?
Let all them pills, all them medication get hard to come by, and we're gonna see a 5 o'clock shadow on that face. And we don't know. You understand? We're gonna see some good shadows on that face. Can't hide it.
The best man can get Gillette.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It ain't gonna be rough, I'm telling you. Once if this place, really fall the way it's supposed to fall, and all them medication and things that these wealthy people, could get, at the snap of a finger, and that start to go away. What it is, the Zempak, or whatever you call it. They start, you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be rough. You know what I mean? Salaki. All right, so what we doing? You want to hit number one? Oh shit.
Number one.
Come.
Oh. Hey Salaki, we are Detroit in the house. You know what I mean? Beauty Rays Captain Hadar, yeah, some Shabbat Star.
How about you, Mr. Thumb?
Hey Hadar, I had to bring you on, brother. I have to congratulate you, brother. That was excellent work, brother. I know it's well deserved, brother. Well deserved. Listen, I've worked with you. I mean, and every single time you always on point, always sharp, always had all the information. Damn near you're always ahead of the questions that somebody gonna have for anything you're organizing, brother. And you held your office really, really to wow. This shit, I'm sure for all the brothers here, ain't no surprise. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just definitely wanted to say congratulations to you and to Wada for coming on. I know you're on the road. You're coming back from Chicago, right?
Sir, coming back from Chicago, the glorious interview with Commander General Yohana. He's dropping so many jewels.
That's it.
Get out the hand, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, that was really outstanding, brother. I definitely happy for you, brother. And it's good. It's good to see. It's a good, you know, I mean, you're working with somebody and you see they're on point, and almost like you operating on that level all the damn time, where it's like this fit now. You know what I mean? It's like a tailor-made damn jacket. The shit fit, brother. You know what I mean? Excellent work. Real excellent. You know what I mean? And keep running. Keep running, priest. Keep running how you're running, brother. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of the other brothers want to say anything.
Now, this congratulations to man. Good work. Yeah, man. Good work. Congratulations. That's excellent.
Hey, the water cap.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I know one way. I learned from the best.
Hey, most high in Christ, damn right. And make sure you push that. I know you're pushing it down to all the men that you have charge over, man. You run your business tight, always professional and real super brotherly too. Real brotherly. Like you done found the balance, It's a balance brothers be having to find when they in them type of positions, and you definitely found the balance, brother. Again, real, congratulations, and hear good things about you, and even dealing with you is always on a level, brother. You know what I mean? So keep up the work, brother. You know what I mean?
Okay. Water, sir.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. I know you're heading back. I know you're on the road. So maybe Lord allow next week we get you on. You know what I mean? Get you up in the mix.
Sir. I'm here anytime you need me. I'm trying to be a regular like Captain I thought.
Hey, listen, man. Doors open, brother. You don't open the time, man.
Both sides crazy.
That's it.
All right, priest. Drive safe on the road.
Shalom, Cap. Shalom. Y'all about to say the thumb.
Yeah, shalom. All right, so where we go? Number one?
Yeah.
You want to rock with that?
Yeah.
FBI raids prosecutor who led Mississippi welfare case that ensnared Favre. Jody Owens, the lead prosecutor in the Mississippi's welfare scandal, had his office and nearby business searched. Details on what led to the search warrants to be executed remain under seal. For the past 4 years, Jody Owens has led the criminal prosecution in the Mississippi welfare fraud case that has led to charges against multiple people linked to the Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. On Wednesday, the feds carried out searches of the office where he works as the Hinds County District Attorney and a nearby Jackson cigar business he owns. An FBI spokesperson confirmed to Front Office Sports that multiple search warrants were carried out, although the reasons for the raids remain unclear. This morning, FBI agents came to our offices, a spokesperson of Owens' office said in a statement.
And this shows how this place is being run. This place is like a giant criminal organization. Yeah. And it's just about, you know what I mean, who gonna catch you? Who gonna catch you with your hand in the cookie jar? You
Yeah.
understand? Who gonna follow the crumbs? You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same mindset, the same way to deal with the world. You know what I mean, when it comes to the politics, that they're clearly seeing that, you know what I mean, Israel committing genocide across there, but they're still with them, they're still in bed with them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're clearly seeing that Brett Favre is a criminal, but somehow he had to stay out of jail. Somehow he get a don't go to jail, a free pass. You understand? And taboo too is almost like in America. That's why we say, you know, what I mean, being blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are going to have to do what the Lord say to do, so that you don't end up like this prosecutor who is trying to defend a criminal, trying to keep a criminal from getting justice. You
Right.
understand? You go now to have a perfect slate. You can't have nothing laying around because he's coming to get you. If it's blackmail, I don't care what it is. He coming to get you. You are something. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
They're gonna try to make this look like he getting unjustly prosecuted because he trying to a hero or some kind of like they're targeting him. They'll never report this in the news as they'll never carry Brett Favre like he was O.J. Simpson. They'll never carry Favre like he was Michael Vick. Who else? They'll never carry Brett Favre like, you know, so many other, you know, NFL players that may have had a brush with the law and they paste their face all over the place. You know what I mean?
The brother who recently, what's his name?
The
brother.
Yeah, you're talking about.
Yeah, what's your brother's name again?
I know the thing you're talking about. I forget his name with the insurance scam.
Yeah, his own was just 150,000, and he going to do time in prison now. He's going to do time. Ain't no prosecutor willing to take the fall for that.
So like
for him, come on.
You talking about Glenn Davis?
Yeah, that's him. That is him. You understand? Like, you can clearly see the justice system. You know what I mean? There are two sides to it. You know what I mean? There's a black side and there's a Caucasian side. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the international the ICC, what they call it, the International Criminal Court.
Yeah.
Right? Some dude, I forget his name, Norman, a white dude, a Caucasian dude, said they should rename it the International Caucasian Court or something like that. You know what I mean? Because they you know what I mean, they only use the law when it's, you know what I mean, when it's in their favor, in their defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
It's too different. You know what I mean? Like, you clearly seeing what's taking place. You clearly see this is a criminal. That's like across there with them Israeli taking the Palestinian land, right? They call them settlers. You understand? They call them settlers. That's a nice name for an invader. You know what I mean? Or an immigrant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they know how to go about, you know what I mean, defeating their system. They create the law. When the law don't go for them, somehow they find a way to try and change it, to try to make it suit them. You know what I mean? So now, come on.
Oh, wait, you get done, Cap?
No, I'm done.
No, just man, coming from Mississippi, man. Mississippi is a corrupt place, man. Like most people don't understand. Like, really, Mississippi, man, operates like another country. Like, I don't know if a lot of people understand that. Like, you know, it's so much corruption that's happened in Mississippi, and who knows how long has this been going on in the state. I mean, it's probably going all the way back to probably, you know, a little bit after the Reconstruction, leading up to when the vice president, after Abraham Lincoln got assassinated, pulled those generals out of the South that was protecting black people from the Confederates. But this is like a Confederate tax. And the UPK, we've been saying this about Mississippi and certainly some of these southern states. There's always misappropriated funds that comes from the government that always get siphoned off in these in state level that doesn't go to the people, that doesn't go to Black and Hispanic and Native American Indian people, because you have crooks, you have criminals in office, you have people in there, and it's like it's basically a Confederate tax. That's what I like to call it a Confederate tax, because they haven't got over the Civil War. They still had they mad they had to take the Confederate flag down.
Yep.
And in some places it's still flying. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, this is so much corruption that goes on in the state of Mississippi, and so many misappropriated funds. Ain't no telling how much money that they can. But I tell you, know, Joe Biden know, the federal government know. While you too busy calling ISUPK a hate group, you're not investigating these types of incidents that go on.
That's right.
And the sheriff and the judge, it gets even more corrupt when you get to the smaller cities, the smaller counties. The father's the sheriff, his brother's the judge, city clerk. I mean, it's damn near organized crime on a governmental level.
Yep.
So we're dealing with state corruption, state-sponsored corruption in these southern states, and Mississippi is at the top. It's when you go to Mississippi, it's almost like you going into a time capsule of what it used to be.
Damn.
I mean, Dixie to the fullest when you talk about Mississippi, man. If I can I get one scripture, if I could, Calvin?
Come on.
Get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. Verse 10 and verse 11, man, because this is how the wicked operate. You understand? See, the thing about it is, this place, like the captain brought out, this place here, man, it really is really no justice. You know what I'm saying? They operate, they make the laws, and they bend the laws and break the laws when they want to. But this is how you know we at the end. You understand? All these things gonna come to light. You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough papers they can shred. It ain't enough phone calls that they can try to delete. It's gonna stop the truth from coming out.
Right.
Go ahead, my brother.
Khan, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
You understand? This how corrupt government work. This is how corrupt government work. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. You understand? The poor, the righteous. You understand? Simultaneously. That's what they do. Why? Because we're poor and we're righteous. We stand for something. And a wicked kingdom cannot. They don't care about that. They said, look, take that money. We living in one of the most poor states in the union. All right. We know Black people, Hispanic, Native American Indian people need money. And listen, this will make it even worse. They oppress their own damn people.
That's it, yeah.
That's the crazy part about it. You say you want us to love all white people, but let me tell you something. There's white people who don't love all white people.
That's right.
Imagine that. You want to send Commander General Yohana hate mail. You know how many poor white people are there in Mississippi? So what we have here is a case of white on white institutional crime.
Right.
You have white people who don't like all white people. But here you have it. Here you have it right here that they want to oppress the poor and righteous man. Go ahead, my brother.
Khan, let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged.
You see that all those people depend on welfare from the state, welfare from the government. You understand? So a lot of people living on fixed income. Here you are, you're going to rob all that money. You're a millionaire. You're going to take all that money and build a volleyball stadium for your daughter. Volleyball. You understand? What they're saying about us in this place, our lives are expendable, brothers and sisters. Right? This is what the Lord is trying to show you. This is the government that we are under. A dilapidated government is that. Keep going.
Khan, sir. Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Now, hold on. That's important. That's an important part right there God is showing us. Let our strength be the law of justice. Why? Does that really mean there's real justice? No. They shape the law. Their justice. Let our strength be the law of justice. Why? Because they the judge. So they decide what justice is. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to oppress a righteous man, because righteousness is real justice. You understand? That's right, Anton. He's a welfare queen. You understand? That's right. Anton won. That's what he is. And this is what I learned about America. One thing this has taught me about America when it comes to being rich. People don't get rich off of their own work, own money. They get rich off of someone else's money.
Yeah.
That's how the rich really get rich. They don't get rich off of their work and their labor and their money. They get rich off of other people's labor and money.
Yeah.
In this society, in what you call quote unquote hyper capitalism in America. You understand? Any more on that, my brother?
Wakan, sir. For that which is feeble is found to be for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
You see that? That's how they look at us, man. The feeble, the people who can't fend for themselves, their life don't mean anything. And you can thank integration for that. You can thank all our so-called leaders for not being strong, because this is what happened. Those that are weak, they're counted as nothing, man.
Right.
And that's what you have in Mississippi, man. Thanks be the Lord for the ISUPK. So like
that's right. That's right.
And you know, it's so crazy too, eh? I don't know if you also there's a documentary right now on Netflix with pertaining to the football and NFL and I forget the other league, right? And they were saying over 78% of them wants to come out of the league after a certain amount of years, they poor. You know what I mean? They lose, they're broke. But this dude here, I just look him up. Brett Favre, I think they say worth over 100 million.
The white players, when they get them white, I don't know what's the word. Not just the quarterbacks, but the white, those white poster boy players that they like. Not just the quarterbacks, because they have other ones. They have that McCaffrey one, the Travis Kelce. Those players who they have up there, they make sure and take care of them. They make sure and take care of them. And like what Kahan was saying, like how the rich operate. Their industry is like a family that need to eat. The general says about the court system too. Like how the small hats run the whole court system, where you go in there, you don't have that small hat lawyer. They don't respect it, because why? He's part of their community. He's some judge, cousin or nephew, even, and they might be the same religion or race, but that's how that family eats. And that's how them eats. So in the sports industry, the agent, your physio, your lawyer, your legal team, your manager, they all eating. So now these could be people that eat with you, which is how Brett Favre and them operate. Or these is people who might eat you, which is how they operate with us. Yeah. You understand? But either way, they eating. You get the point? Either way, they eating.
And just to add to what you're saying is so heavy too, because you go sit down and watch the documentary and you're going to see that whoever was around them, man, the agent, whoever was around them was eating them.
Yeah.
They was just eating them out. They didn't know, okay, when they're coming, they get a lump sum. And to them, they're expecting to check every month or so. That joint ain't coming for months, and they think they have money. Before you know it, they're blowing money, 10,000, a week, or 3,000 a week they're blowing. Before they know it, they finish. They're bruised up. And in the contract, remember that, I don't know, but the oppressor telling everybody what he doing to them brothers, that is, like if brothers can't see that is slavery with just, a contract, then, so be it. After 3 years, just go broke.
That's so lucky. If I could too, Cap, you're so right. Yeah. A lot of them brothers that are coming out that's getting those major contracts, they're not financial literate. They're not financial literate when it comes to those, those contracts. So they're not dealing with, they're dealing with like someone who don't have that understanding, man. And understanding is the level of degree. They don't have it.
Yeah. And also too, even like with them white players, right? Usually they come up in some kind of coaching school, and their network is much like how the small hats or the Chinese operate, where when they was 15, they already link up with a coach, and he already, talking to his network about them. So when they get on, they're surrounded by people who want to help them get rich so they could eat with them and get richer. And on the converse side, our neighborhoods, our societies is destroyed. We don't have that network. We have accountants and lawyers, but they work for the oppressor. We have agents that work for the oppressor. So when they get you coming out of college, you the number one draft pick. So much times you see it, number one draft pick this, number one draft pick that. And you sitting down there with your family, mother, father, uncles, brothers, some little, dog on your arm. Nobody in that room is actually in the rooms making decisions for you. On the flip side, when the white boys get signed, this isn't in the room with the uncle and the godfather and the father's friend. And them devils is the accountant and the agent and this and that. So it's definitely they're farming us. It's damn near like if I have a farm and I go making the kid, and this kid look healthy, you just take it and go. And that's really what we become to them. We definitely merchandise, to help for their, we the flock of the slaughter. They're feeding off of us big time. And, the poverty is so strong. Brothers just need to get out. Brothers have family to feed. Brothers would take the jamming because, their auntie or the grandma who taking care of them because their mother couldn't take care of them. She need dialysis. Like the complexity of our life. This oppressor knows every facet of it, and he makes a system that could feed off of that shit. Like it's never ever to raise us up on a level, but it's to feed off of us. You get the point? It's to literally feed off of us. So you for sure right. Me and you could see it. But them brothers who in it have a decision. This is life or death. Like this could change not just my life, but so much other people's life. What I'm gonna do? Not play and can't pay for anti-dialysis. Or what I'm gonna do? They'll take the shitty end of the stick. Excuse my language. They'll take it because it's no different. It's nothing different for us, and that's why we really need to absolutely separate from this place because we ain't nowhere. We're not part of this empire at all. We're not part of it. You know what I mean?
I know if you want to read that. I think it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th paragraph.
If I could, I think he was trying to say something before. Go ahead and make your point, because then you could jump to the paragraph if you don't mind, Cap.
Yeah, Salakia.
It's like a 2 Cap. I just want to say, Captain Shock, what you said is so heavy, and I couldn't help but to draw a parallel between that and brothers and sisters who unfortunately joined Esau's military.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it, and because I've done research on this, it's the exact same thing. Like, not only do they capitalize off of our poverty and suffering, our poverty and suffering is engineered by them to capitalize off. It's like a cycle they have created where it's like, we're going to keep them like this, and then we're going to feed off of it. And it's like, when you look into the research, there's a reason why military recruiting offices are strategically placed in low-income neighborhoods, why military recruiters are allowed to go to high schools and middle schools where are within low-income neighborhoods, is because they're literally capitalizing on everything you just described. Captain Shock, is like the whole thing was like, somebody telling you, listen, we got a $50,000 signing bonus, $10,000 signing bonus. Are you not thinking about I could die, or or you're not really you thinking about my family has needs, or I got to get out of this city, is dangerous, I could die. Like we not taking, like you said, we taking what looks like something that can benefit our people, and it really is just we're being farmed, like you said. It's everything you said so heavy. That's what I thought about the military aspect of it.
Yeah, it's damn near the same thing. It's definitely the same thing. You know what I mean? They need our conditions to be so extreme, and because they don't destroy our society, the community can't come together to help. Like with the community, even the poverty or the afflictions could be eased because the community is involved. The black community is involved. But we live in a community, but we still isolated in there. So now the problems seem so great. It seems so great, and in some cases they really are, ridiculous problems. But they seem so great at the time that 50 grand, brother, you jump at it because it's a temporary fix, just so you could breathe, you could exhale a little bit, you could just, okay, damn, I have 50 grand, I could pay for this dialysis, or I could pay this bill, or the young one need treatment for leukemia or something, you know what I mean? Like you could just exhale a little bit instead of the constant feeling of, I don't know where this coming from next, I don't know where that coming from next. And to live like that daily is a certain amount of stress your body gets used to, your mind, your spirit gets used to. That's not natural. It's not natural for us to live under so much stress of just wondering where this coming from, where that coming from, what to do next. You know what I mean? I saw a video, I'm gonna look for it and post it again. This brother, he's like an economist, and he was breaking down how he did a study on credit score versus zip code. And he was looking at, he said the areas where the credit score is, from like high 4s to under 600s, the life expectancy is about 60. The rate of obesity is high. Certain underlying medical conditions that's directly associated to stress is high. He said there's a liquor store on every corner. There's a church everywhere to appease your pain at the end of the week. He said, no, but when you go higher up to the 700s and the 800s, the life expectancy goes up to 85 and up. The rate of stressful diseases is a lot less, blah, blah, blah. And he's showing you that poverty is having a direct effect on us. Mm-hmm. And you can see it with the results of where we live and the things we go through. He said you could see it. And he said the study, he did it in both racial demographics. And it's damn near the same. Like the poverty they put in on us, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely ridiculous. And how we live in here, this is not life. This is not life. It's not normal. Waking up like that is not, you wake up in the morning, you down there don't want to do nothing because that 8 hours you go in and put in that 40 hours of the week is not even helping your problem. So it's like, why do it? Yeah. It's like, even do it. It's damn like a perpetual state of insanity. Mm-hmm. Being forced to live in. And that could really affect you. It could affect how you think. They even talk about the memory. How because of the stress, people's minds are not the same. Your memory, the way you process stuff, the way you internalize stuff is not the same because of the stress you're under. Brother, we jammed up so bad, and I don't think we really understand the degree we jammed up. You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead, Kahan. Salakia.
What you're saying is so right, Cap. That's why the Bible says oppression make a wise man mad.
Right.
Oppression is systematic. You understand? It goes from the top down. Oppression is systematic. And this is why Commander General Yohana always say, you stop putting the blame on yourself. Mm-hmm. We understand what you're trying to say when you talk about certain dynamics of self-empowerment and so forth. But this is a systematic thing here. Captain Shot brought out, like I said, there's an index. They have things that's, if they can, let me tell you something, if they can program AI to a T. You think they didn't program no projects? They didn't program this city and how they do. You pretty much can tell the income of people based on what bus they get on in a city.
Right.
You can pretty much tell what job, whether they're working in the service economy. It's all mapped out.
Yeah.
The problem is you ain't seeing it. You're not listening. You understand? You don't have that spiritual eye. Seeing and hearing is still spiritual. That's why the Bible said they got eyes, but they can't see.
Right.
Mm-hmm. There's a spiritual element to seeing what's going on with our people. So many people look at us and say, well, y'all a hate group. Y'all don't understand. But we have the facts. Mm-hmm. Commander General Yohana have the foresight and the insight to what's going on with our people. It's the same thing about Cook Cabin with those
Yeah.
Whole Foods. I'm doing some little research myself. Do you know those they systematically put those Whole Foods in certain areas, and you can pretty much tell how many doctors in those areas, how many surgeons in those areas, how many anesthesiologists. You could by if you see a Whole Foods somewhere, you better believe that area. And I probably going back to the credit score. Those areas are high income salaries in those areas. They don't put certain things within a certain area without a certain high income.
Yep.
So it's systematic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I can't open a Whole Food franchise and put it in the ghetto. They're gonna say, "Oh no, it's not. It's not our demographic." Well, don't they still eat vegetables?
Yeah, they're gonna say it's feasible. And to go back to the index you was talking about, those index or those indicators that they be looking at, like they're looking at it, not studying it on how to make it better or to improve it. They look at it like how they could profit off of it. You know what I mean? The same studies and index they have on the animal kingdom, and they try to, make sure the animals have a habitat and conservation and all this type of thing for animals. But when it comes to us, brother, they look at it like a battery, like how much power this human being can provide before they die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's how they look at us, and that's how their system is designed, and all the studies and the think tanks. Because you can't tell, I mean, brother, the brother break it down all the way to the church. I'm gonna look for the video and post it. He say, and in them communities, there's some religious organization, a church or somewhere, to appease them at the end of the week. That's what he said.
That's it.
And he break down the oppression on an economic level right there.
And just to add to what you're saying too, Mashak.
Go ahead.
We get to go to that story with Taraji. What's the name? Taraji. What's the
Taraji
Henderson? Henson. She mentioned that what you're saying there about the church. She mentioned.
You want to jump to it, or you want to read the 5th paragraph and then jump to it, or we can come.
We could. I don't know if we somewhat off the
topic.
Yeah, I mean, but we could.
We could get a few more stories. Which one is the Taraji one? Which number are we on again?
I forget what number is.
Hold on.
So why we getting that number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kahan said something's heavy.
4.
Right, with pertaining to what Commander Johnny Hannes, said,
right,
of us not blaming ourselves for being in the system, right? Now, I pay attention to this war with Israel and Hamas, and I try to draw the similarities with us, right?
Right.
And what Commander Johnny Hannes said, I seen it with the Israelis. Now, the Israelis, their people, I forget his name, some Freud or whatever, the father, they call him the father, psychology.
Sigmund Freud?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Right? Now, brother, I don't know, but the entire nation, it seems like, the ones that's on TV, that are pushing on TV, they have a way where they say that we don't want to do these things to these people. We don't want to do these things to these people, but we're going to have to blame Hamas for this. It's their fault that bombs are being dropped, that babies are being unalive, that these horrific things are taking place. Is because of Hamas. You understand? Which lesson you know that what? They're not taking the blame.
Right.
For babies being unalive. For women being unalive across it, they're not taking the blame. They're putting that sole blame on Hamas. Well, if the Israelis could put the whole blame on Hamas, why blacks and Hispanics and Native Indian can't put the blame for what the position they're in right now on the so-called oppressor? We could do that. He's the problem. He causing the issues.
Yeah.
Like, put the blame on him. Them Israelis ain't waking the kids up and telling them, you know what I mean, to feel sorry for Hamas and them. No, it's their fault. We are good people. You know what I mean? We love our people. They have They could end the war right now. All they have to do is give up the hostage, and all Hamas has to do is put their guns down, and all the unaliving will be done with.
Right.
This war is their fault, and that's the mentality all of them coming with basically on TV to try and not look as basically Nazis. You know what I mean? Slovakia.
It's a spin. It's like a political spin to take the blame off. And I think without the truth, you only allowed to do that if you coming from a position of power.
Yes.
Like without the truth, that's a rich man's argument or a man in power's argument. That is the people. That's why I have to do this, or that's why I'm doing that, or see, look what you make me do. You get the point? And on the flip side is damn near the it's the argument of the abuser. Like the abuser, like Diddy, he beat up Cassie. Look what you make me did. See what you make me did? You didn't have to leave the room. You didn't have to run out. So it's damn near like that. It's a, you know, it's part of the psychosis and the psychology of this place, where the rich and powerful, they live in such a lustful lifestyle. They can't ever imagine or fathom that what they feel in the moment is wrong. So it must be, if they do something that's perceived wrong, they are, you know, benevolent and good. So that it must be that filthy, poor thing that's beneath me that made an error, because their life is hell anyway.
Right.
They made the mistake and made me do this to them. It's not our fault, it's their fault. You get the point? Go ahead, please.
No, and that's so heavy, Cap, because now you can understand why slavery existed for 400 years. Like now you got to understand, there's a psychoanalysis to it. And every race, like once again, it's beautiful how you brought up the animal kingdom, because we're dealing with an apex predator. And this ecosystem that you call with other nations is where every beast and fowl are.
Right.
In that ecosystem. And some beasts are stalked and some beasts are baited. And you got to understand what's going on and where we are. It's beautiful that these things are happening, because if you pay attention, you will understand the exoskeleton of power and how it works by how these nations are dealing in this situation now. All you have to do, Israel mad right now because they got to work on the Sabbath because the UN struck a court with the judge. Do some paperwork on the Sabbath. Let me tell you something, man. I'm trying to catch my. I don't want to go over the. I don't want to go through the algorithm. I'm about to say something, but they are mad because they have to work on the Sabbath. You understand? You better understand some of these people, man. Their God always agrees with their survival.
Yeah.
You get mad with us, you get mad with Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK, but these other nations, no matter who they are, their God always puts their survival first.
Yeah.
Puts their self-preservation first. Their God agrees with it, but the one you serve is not supposed to. Yeah, give me a break, man.
Right.
Like, who you fooling now? The jig is up. Who you fooling? You ain't fooling us.
Yeah.
So like, I yield.
Ain't no Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat work, nigga. Yeah. Where we are? Yeah, the ISUPK Henson one, number 4.
Yep.
What you ready here? What are you ready, please?
Kawakan. We don't stay stuck in our traumas. Taraji P. Henson blasted Steven Spielberg for using one stereotype in his film that he himself feels could have been better. Taraji P. Henson has been one of the most vocal actresses in Hollywood at the moment. The Hidden Figures star gained recognition for her role in Hustle and Flow and David Fincher's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, for which she earned an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She has since starred in a number of films, such as The Karate Kid. Henson recently opened up about many of the issues she faced while filming the musical adaptation of The Color Purple. The novel by Alice Walker was first adapted by Steven Spielberg, which has since gained many criticisms for its portrayal of Black people. Henson called him out for one element in the film, which the filmmaker has admitted to in the past.
I know, and Salaki, now a film like this, Issa will never make this and portray his people in that, and like that. He will not, especially the small hat Steven Spielberg people. You cannot portray them in any negative way.
No,
you had to take that out of the movie. Find something else. You know what I mean? Rewrite that script.
Yeah,
you understand. But when it comes to us, brother, anything flies.
Yep. You definitely right about that. Like you watch any one of them small hat movies, even the other ones, the Ben Stiller, his comedy movies, or the Adam Sandler ones, Jerry Seinfeld, they're always the main hero, and they're so untouchable and clean, and always get the girl, and they write themselves into something that they're not, and they write us into something that we are not, and the roles should really be switched, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Go get a Jewish Hustle and Flow show movie and see if that's gonna fly. Put some Jewish, you know what I mean, the woman playing some, you know what I mean, some scanty skeggy rag, and you'll see.
Listen, we already had the Jewish Hustle and Flow movie. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's straight out of Compton. That's as closest to the Jewish Hustle and Flow you could get, where he is the one. What's his name? Heller.
Jerry Heller.
Jerry Heller. Like that's probably the closest you would see in terms of how grimy he dealt with us. You get and how grimy he dealt with us and rolled with us. And listen, if we were separate, we would be able to make these movies to show who just who the hell they are, and the things they say, and the things they demand. And we need to separate. And brother, you know, the tide is turning. You know, I mean, if people don't feel it yet, they're gonna see it soon. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If they don't feel it right now, they're gonna see it soon. The tide turning. You know, one side of this AI and this internet stuff, and you know the freedoms people have to express themselves on the internet, is no, you can't control it. And a lot of people is making these movies and making these documentaries and talking, and you starting to see where they're resonating with what we teach, what the Bible says. Right. And you start to see more and more of these things come out, more of, you know, the info come out, and people gonna start talking. It ain't the tide on it's changing. It's definitely changing. So he's saying that because it's gonna happen.
So like if I could
go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Kazak. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Cut me too off,
okay. No, it's heavy you bringing it out, Cap, because you got a lot of these brothers, especially this summer. Early spring and starting this summer. I think they have some in the wintertime too. They have those film festivals, man. And you got a lot of Black independent filmmakers, man. I'm not gonna say some of them is probably on the level of Spike Lee or better. Some of these young brothers that ain't got the technology. I'm from the hood. You know what I mean? So you seeing the next Spike Lee and John Singleton. And it's like we got some brother, I think he's coming into the school in one of these zones down here that he know how to do film and stuff and going into that. So you got a lot of things coming out. And once again, why is film and motion picture so important? Because it controls the narrative. It helps the narrative. It's important. The arts are still a form of education in most levels. Not just along with the music, the film, the painting, all those things. Those are things that was another way to express ourselves and the oppression that we going through. Right. That for a lot of troubled youth in these cities, which is why we tell you to support Commander General Yohana, because guess what? We gonna have a hand in some of this. I'm gonna tell you right now, we about to have a hand. You may see us on the motion. You may see us with the whip. You know what I'm saying? Getting down, getting busy, and you know what I'm saying? You may see us in about a few seconds. Who knows? But what I'm trying to say is, it's important for us to tell our story. You never let your enemy tell your story.
That's right.
You never let your enemy tell you, because if they can tell your story, they can translate your suffering.
Yeah.
Turn the volume up and down on your suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is, I mean, our life is a motion picture, but here's the beautiful thing: the Lord is the author and finisher of our faith, as the scriptures say.
Yeah.
So like I yield.
You're right.
It's like, if I may, what Captain Kahan was saying is so heavy. When you even go into the history of Hollywood, I remember General Hyman went into this and brought this out. There's a documentary that everybody can watch on YouTube called Hollywoodism. And I watched it multiple times and took notes on it.
What is it on? YouTube or Netflix? YouTube.
Yep.
Hollywoodism. I'm gonna check it out. Go ahead.
Sir, it goes into how Jewish people literally created Hollywood, not for entertainment, but to change the way they were perceived in America. Because Jewish people, propaganda. That was all it was created for from the beginning, from its inception. Because Jewish people were looked at as, amongst fellow white people, Jewish immigrants were looked at as, you know, thieves and all the tropes and stereotypes that they still have today. So they created Hollywood now to control their narrative, like Captain Gunn was saying, to control their stories. And it tells you that the Jewish people early on tied themselves to Black people because our suffering was, in their mind, such a, I forgot the way they describe it. You got to watch it, but it's like Jewish people from the beginning seen Black and Hispanics, and they always used us, always try to use our stories and depict us a certain way, or align themselves with our suffering. It's like they've always had a devilish obsession with our people. And so what you like, even when I seen Steven Spielberg directed The Color Purple, I went and looked at all his movies that he made before that. Steven Spielberg is not known for this type of movie. So like, I don't think nobody even asked that. Why is a white Jewish man making this type of movie? This is a Black story about Black, you know, a quote unquote, it's a Black movie. You understand? So why is he making this? And of course, Steven Spielberg, being a Jewish man, is because it was full of propaganda. And Taraji P. Henson, you know, she had enough sense to see that it's nonsense. Like these movies is the reason why the CIA and Hollywood work in tangent. Like it's propaganda from the beginning. So Captain Gunn, what you said is evidence.
And Kazak, man, you made me think about something when you brought up that documentary. They have old cartoons of, I mean, like Looney Tunes from the Warner Brothers and all that. If you look at those old 1940, 1950, those type of cartoons, the black and white, they have Hitler in those cartoons.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
They have Bugs Bunny fighting Hitler.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
And going against the regime. And it's crazy because once again, like you said, even in the cartoons, they had to show who's the bad guy, who was we fighting against. You know what I'm saying? And you saying, and what you said, Kazak, is so heavy because when you look at something, when you directing the film, think about how sensitive that film is. When you talk about color, any one of our films that deal with our story. And no matter you acting and you get into the script and then you get emotional because sometimes emotion takes over. And then you hear a white man says cut from behind and tell you that I don't want that in the scene. You need us. We need to be the ones behind the scene, the ones that the executive producer, the ones that, you know what I'm saying, to let you know, okay, this right here, because these things you're acting, but there's still a script you have to read. Words have power. And what you're saying, you may get it emotional. You may get, you know what I'm saying? So you have someone telling you when to be you. There you go. Look at that right there, man.
Yeah.
I ain't leaving it up too long just in case they say we supporting the Mein Kampf. But I just wanted to show people what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Just to add to what you're saying too, Salaki. What you're saying, that point you bring out there. With the emotion that comes with taking a role, right? I don't know if you remember that brother who did who played like the snitch for a Black Panther, I think a Black Panther role. Yeah. So he had to go for, you know what I mean, for what do you call that, for some psychology
therapy.
Therapy after. Just to add to what you're saying, Salakia.
Yeah, it's so heavy, man, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of brothers are very talented and sisters are very talented. But what I think what brings a lot of those, which is why Spike Lee movies, you know, a lot of those movies really they resonate today, because you had someone, you know, you had majority black people, or even boys in the Hood with John Singleton, or some of those movies, man. It just, you get a different type of, when you have us involved in telling our story, there's a authenticity that you just can't, you can't get that from nowhere else. When we are dealing with us and we are telling our story, there's some authenticity, and that's what these other groups, they always lean, the Amalek and them, they always lean off our story. Why? Because our story is the only authentic story about real oppression.
Yes.
Like nobody can never play that role but us.
Right.
They can try to pretend and try to make the narrative, but when you talk about oppression, only God's people fit the real role from the core.
Right.
Yeah.
Salaki, I yield.
That's one of the reasons. Salaki, that's one of the reasons why I couldn't watch Harriet Tubman, that movie.
Right.
I couldn't watch it because they're gonna get an African to go play that sister role. I never watched that movie.
Me neither, sir. Salaki, I just want to say, I think Captain Mashak and Captain I thought what you said is so heavy. They doing that on purpose too. And to piggyback off what Captain Kahan said, Captain Mashak, I think you posted a video on the DC page.
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for it right now. You wouldn't believe.
Denzel Washington literally just broke down what all y'all have said when he that movie Fences, that Denzel Washington directed that movie Fences, and they asked him, I can't remember what the question, but they pretty much asked him, you know,
why is it important to have, you know, the black directors and producers versus white ones? Yeah. They try to race bait him into a race talk. And boy, Israel is a special people. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like a cap.
No, go ahead.
No, it's like, I just want to say real quick too, the way he described it, I didn't even look at that until I started to think about it. And what he said is like, he said, like Kevin Shaw said, they tried to bait him into a race question. And he was like, you know, you white people don't know about the hot comb on the stove, that smell, the sound. And when he said that, I instantly got flashbacks to the smell and to the sound of my sisters on Saturdays getting their hair hot comb. And like he said, it's like it's such a thing, certain nuances that you have to be of the culture of the same people to understand. And it's like a white man could never understand that. So like that's Kevin Shot, you posted the video, it's heavy to me.
Yeah, he said it's not race, he says culture.
Yes, I remember.
He says not race, he says culture.
Right.
When people is not understanding that, he said, but you and I, we instantly go there in our mind. Man, he broke that shit down so smooth. And you know, it's still race, but you take it up to a whole other level that, you know, we vibrating on a whole different frequency to talk like the Ankh people and them. It's like saying that, like, this is a connection here. You just don't understand.
And Salaki. And I think he said, could a black person direct the Schindler's List? He said, yeah. Right. He said, but Steven Spielberg had to, he said he did it because it was culturally, like it was he mentioned Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And he said Steven Spielberg, but it wouldn't have been the same as Steven Spielberg directing it.
Right.
Culture.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun. 4 little kids.
Is this it?
Yeah. Aren't you glad to get?
No, this is not it. So I'm looking for it. I have to play it. I have to play that video because it was so. Oh yeah, I think this is it here.
So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have?
It's not color; it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're
Steven Spielberg did Schindler's List. Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like. That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference. So it's a culture.
So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have?
It's not color, it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're
Steven Spielberg did Schindler's List. Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like. That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference. So it's a culture.
So why did he need a?
Too, as he's saying that too, man. Just saying, I'm thinking about it. Just sitting the shows, I wouldn't care to watch because you know what I mean. The cast is too, you know what I mean, pale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Even with Goodfellas, you know what I mean. Even if I sit down and watch it, I ain't sit down and watch it. You know, so I'm saying. You know what I mean. It's the culture different, as he's saying. So they ain't really, you know what I mean, holier. You know what I mean. It's like the Planet of the Apes is almost like you could see who they're trying to talk about there. You understand what I'm saying? So that might try and, you know what I mean, holier because, you know what I mean, or the that District 9, you could see who they're trying to talk about with the District 9. Yeah, I mean, so certain things you'll sit on, I mean, watch, but if the cast are too pale, you ain't really getting me like that. It's how to be.
I told you, Sonny, even in them movies, you know, them movies is so-called classics, as they say, the Goodfellas, the Father, you know, all them, you know, certain mafia movies. But I remember zoning out in certain phases of the movies when they're talking. They're just sitting around, you know, a barbecue or having dinner, and they're talking. I remember zoning out, and I could understand it. Why? I could understand why now, because that's a cultural part of the movie that's really exploring them. You get the point? It's really exploring them, and you know, you're gonna miss all of that shit. You're gonna miss all of that shit there because that's not really your culture. So then that's what he's saying. And it's so good to have these producers, even the brother who's sitting on in front of Denzel there, that Hornsby brother, right? He played the father on BMF. Like, he's a producer also. He produced a lot of black stuff, and a lot of the stuff he produced is resonated with the black community because he's bringing the black experience, the whole black experience. When you look at some of them stuff that 50 Cent does with where it's a throwback to the 90s, down to the clothing and the music. You talk to the older generation, he hitting a nail on the head with how things was. And that's because the culture of it that's there, because there's so many black hands involved. And it means something. Those things definitely mean something. And again, if you don't realize the tide, if you can't see the tide turning now, you're gonna feel it in a second. That's what's really happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead. You want to continue with Tiraji, or you want to try to gain a little you know, other stuff?
Maybe skip to the part where she speaks about the church. Because she does speak about the church, which link back to what she was bringing out. Yeah.
Let's get this.
You could scroll all the way down with it. She quoted it. It's in quotes.
Okay, I have this. It says the first movie missed culturally. We don't wallow in the muck. We don't stay stuck in our traumas. We laugh, we sing, we go to church, we dance, we celebrate, we fight for joy, we find joy, we keep it. That's all we have.
Yeah,
Henson also,
like, that's the whole thing with the churches, as you're saying. Like, it's almost like it's like a pacifier for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we go into it, you know what I mean? Like, she's saying they're full of trauma. So when the finish do all of this, where the trauma? It gone? So it's like a cycle she's talking about right there. But that's her cycle. That ain't a poor man's cycle.
Right.
Because a poor man, he's seeing it, you know what I mean, as soon as he walk out of the church. She ain't seeing it as soon as she walk out of the church. She seen it when she go on set, and she had to skin her behind up for, you know what I mean, Lord knows, for the producers and them. You understand?
Yeah, I would even, you know, not to beat on his sister or anything like that, but I would even take the liberty now to say that she's incorrect that we don't stay in our traumas. We definitely stay in our traumas. Our traumas don't go nowhere. And I think it's a disservice to us as a people to try to fool us or to try to make us feel like we're over our traumas. We definitely not over our traumas. We learn to live with them. We learn to live with them. We learn to live with them like demons. Like there's a series on Amazon called Them. And brother, it's a ridiculously deep psychological analysis of the Black experience. I mean, brother, I would say no. If you're into fan of horror movies, I'll probably tell you don't even bother with it. The shit is it's a horror movie from the Black perspective, but unlike our Caucasian oppressors, they have to invent a boogeyman.
Yep.
Our horror stories is life art, and I would say, you know, if you know, you watch it and you unpack what they're trying to tell you, brother, and the series is unpacking all our traumas through life and how we learn to live with them. And that, brother, that first season, they go through the father, the mother, the boy trauma, and the girl trauma. And then the second season, oh brother, to me it's a classic. Now, not everybody's, you know, might, you know, want to go deep into it like that. They might say it's just a movie, it's just a series. But brother, we do wallow in our traumas. Our traumas is all we have, damn near. Really, to be honest with you. Because we don't have victory. So our traumas is what we have. You know what I mean? So okay, go ahead, Colin.
No, Cap, what you're saying is spot on. It's nuclear what you're saying, because look at what we relate to in the movie. We relate to our traumas.
Right.
We relate to our traumas in the movie, you know what I'm saying? So that's what stick out to us.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to make that point. That's what stick out to us in these movies, the trauma. That's what
exactly.
That's what, like, when we the best, when you see some of the most best parts of a movie with us, and what stick out to us is the traumatic part.
Yeah, because that's universal. It's something that we could all understand.
Exactly.
We all can't. And listen, it's so heavy where when the Cosbys first came on air, the Cosby Show, you know, the Cosby Show was not popular with Black people when it first started. The Cosby Show came right after Good Times, and it was not popular with Black people. A lot of Black people rejected the Cosby Show because that was not our life in general.
Right.
Our fathers weren't doctors, our mothers wasn't lawyers, and our kids wasn't going to college like that. The Cosby Show was a different, and it was introducing something else. Good Times resonated with everybody because everybody understands that. Everybody could understand when the father James get angry. Everybody could understand when the mother come and calm him down. Everybody could understand the neighbor who comes in. Everybody could relate to that thing. It took a while for us to get to the new representation with the Cosbys and with you know, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, by the time Fresh Prince came around, I think people bought into that part of it. But that's not something us as a people fully enjoy. You get the point? Us as a people, we don't fully enjoy that thing. But the other part, we could understand it. And further, and again, this is not to beat up on the sister. I understand what she's saying, and really she's trying to echo the points that Denzel made.
Right.
But the Jewish man would never say we don't sit in our traumas. The Jewish man, he built a house in his trauma. He plants seeds in his trauma. He reached and growing from whatever happened to him. He will never say we don't sit in our traumas. He'll never say that.
Right.
He'll say our traumas is who made us.
Exactly.
We come from that. He'll never let that go. And I think it's very, very is a fine line because a lot of artists, celebrities have come out and said we're tired of the slave trope, we're tired of the slavery thing, and we're much more than that now, and blah blah. Nigga, you much more than that, maybe, but not us, not
Exactly.
we. That's who we are.
Yeah.
That's who we are. Like a Jewish man would never come out and say, "I'm tired of the Holocaust story." What the hell is that? They were into some old council underground somewhere with the Royal Small Hat Tribunal. They will never let a Jewish man say that publicly. What the hell do you mean? We are much more than that, and that is the launching board. You know what I mean?
And just to add to what you're saying, to what you were saying, and that the problem with us, you know what I mean, and we had to go back to it to the point where you go to a psychologist and you start to run down all the things that, you know what I mean, that bring about traumas. The question I'm sure going to come up to, why do you think you're in this, who put you in this position? Maybe you're going to have to deal with that person. You understand? And not deal with your so-called trauma. You understand? And leave it alone. The person who put you in this is the oppressor. You understand? Now, once you figure he's the problem of your trauma, now you can start to make changes. You understand? But as long as you keep on, blaming yourself and you wallowing and trying to do whatever she's talking about in your trauma, then we gonna keep on being, traumatized in this place.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out, why you're being traumatized or we're being traumatized. You understand? Who have you going to church, singing and dancing and fighting for joy? Who have you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just call him out.
Right.
But nah, you want to blame something else.
Yeah, it's definitely a fine line for sure. And not to beat up on the sister or nothing. She definitely I think she had a point now, probably always was, for our people and how we operate. But is she right to call Spielberg and them out? But I think what she's saying, she can't express it the right way with what it is. Really what it is we need to separate and have our own.
That's it.
Fully just separate and have our own and don't give a damn about the Oscars and this and that. Like Black people, we'll find a way to, to circulate our money amongst ourselves, and we wouldn't need them. It's just not everybody is willing to now come to the, come down to the level. Everybody, the Bible says, mind not high things, but condescend men of low estate. Those people, they rather mind high things. They rather do that. They don't want to, come down to the ground and build up from the ground with us and clean us up and help with it, which is why the UPK, what we do is so important. Like we on the ground doing it. We building it up. And listen, they'll come after, because they ain't nowhere to go after this thing. They'll come right back. You know what I mean? So where we going next?
Man, I don't know if you want to start hitting that topic with the bricks.
Oh yeah, we could rock with that.
Right.
We could
rock with that one. You know what I mean?
We could definitely rock with that one.
Man, you go get some leaves. Get prepared.
Listen, man, it's everybody better start getting you know how many how to turn into them Survivor series where everybody wearing the same thing every episode. You get yourself a good pair of jeans, some good denim, and a coat for the winter because you're about to be wearing that alone. It's about to be Russia here.
And if you think that Bitcoin's going to save you too, wait and see something.
The AI gonna find a way to rob that.
Yeah, wait and see something.
You know what I mean? So yeah, let's go. I think that's number 2.
Yep, come on, sir.
Yeah.
BRICS, America's 4th largest bank, warns of economic crash. Amid the ongoing geopolitical shift brought about by the BRICS Economic Alliance, America's 4th largest bank has warned of an impending economic crash. Specifically, CitiGroup's chief U.S. economics, Andrew Hollenhorst, has spoken with CNBC regarding his concerns for the United States and its economic fragility.
Yeah,
Holland Horse.
Salakia. Salakia. This sounding like we about to be in the World War. That is World War about right around the corner. Because brother, this economic shift they're talking about, it ain't gonna go well, and it's not going well. I forget what they call it. They say the earth is having a reshuffle of power, basically. It's basically a reshuffle of power that taking place here, and it has to go to war. It has to.
The power is going to the east right now. The white kingdoms is losing power to the Arabs big time, and they're not having it. They knew when they was in power, the whole world was Catholic, Roman Catholic. Well, it's about to be Catholic Islam. It's about to be a universal Muslim right now. You're about to become a universal Muslim right now. Muslim, I'll say it how to say the Muslim. You're about to become that soon. So they're warning. But go ahead, Siraki.
No. Yeah.
Holland Horse discussed his concerns, specifically regarding the labor market. He noted that the deterioration of the hiring sector could have dire implications for the country. Ultimately, he spoke on why a hard landing may be all but an inevitability for the nation. CitiGroup warns of potential economic crash. Over the last year, the BRICS Economic Alliance has observed significant growth. Not only has the bloc embraced its first expansion initiatives since 2001, but it has also embraced alliance-wide economic policies. These infrastructure developments hinder international reliance on the US dollar while promoting local currency use. Now, the geopolitical shift that the BRICS bloc has orchestrated may be playing a part in America's fourth largest bank warning of an impending economic crash. Specifically, Citigroup's Andrew Hollenhorst noted that a hard landing is likely in the cards. Firms are hiring at a lower rate. Firms are having workers work less hours, Hollenhorst told CNBC. So this gradual softening has already started. That tends to snowball and end up in something that looks more like a hard landing. Moreover, Hollenhorst noted that some reports have expressed a more concerning view of the economic circumstances. Additionally, he noted that a recession could be set to follow any hard landing that takes place. Specifically,
and Salakia, and that's to share too. Remember all them sanctions they put on Russia. They put a ton of sanctions on Russia, and somehow Russia is still growing. You understand? And you know what I mean? And now they're taking money they claim they don't have, and now they're sending it to Ukraine, they're sending it to Israel. You understand? Recently, I think some school got reprimanded for protesting that Biden and them shouldn't take the money and send it to overseas to war, but it should invest it in schools. You understand? And I think it was in black neighborhoods or something like that, minority neighborhoods or something like that. But that should show you what's taking place right now with that whole, with that money situation. The APR of our house right now is close to 7%?
7 or 8 or something like that.
Almost triple. So you telling me, you had to pay back. You spent $250,000. You almost had to pay back what? Close to $500,000 or more on a house? Oh yeah, it's gonna be real bad.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's gonna be real bad. Telling you.
That's what they're saying, and there was some he's like an Arab. I ain't too sure what nationality he is. He was he be doing little seminars on economy and all that type of shit. And I saw him make a statement the other day that people think the next to ruin the economy means things go down. He's saying that's not what is looking like is going to happen. He's saying with this inflation and everything that's going on, there's everybody is seeking to make things better and easier. And they're going to try now to lower the interest rates and lower this and lower that. And that's going to flood the market so bad where it's going to crash because things is good. So it's damn how he break it down. And I ain't no economist, but I saw what he was saying towards the end. He was saying to the point they're driving it at now, where now the people is not buying houses and stuff as much. They're not buying. There's no new things coming out. When it does come, it's going to have such a rush for it. It's just going to tip the other way anyway. So it's damn near like damned if you do and damned if you don't, which is the Lord. He putting them in a full figure Nelson. He putting them in that chess box where they ain't bringing this economy back to where they want it. They're not going to be able to control it. It's going to be and it's because they're so goddamn greedy.
Yeah.
Because people is making millions and billions of dollars in profit as the bottom line every year. You mean to tell me you can't lose $2 billion? You can't lose 10 for the sake of the people? You have to maintain your profit margin so much. There's enough money to go around. There's enough for it to go around. You could pay these grocery stores and have free food for a year for people if that's the case. You could do could be done with all this private industry and private money, but they're so goddamn greedy. They need more. They need more. They need to drive costs down, drive profit up, and not seeing who they're harming. The thing is going to collapse. And when it do collapse, that money going to be worthless, brother. The street is what the hand to hand is what it's going to be.
So, if I could, Cap.
Come on.
Now, it's a lot of people don't understand, man. When you look at what's going on, that's why the Bible says, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't understand this in this society. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you look at just yesterday, Russia was asking for a ceasefire with all the new front lines that they are at with Ukraine. And I'm gonna tell you why that's so serious that they did that, man. Because when you have this stronger opponent asking for a ceasefire, it's about to get ugly. Meaning he's giving them like, and it's almost like saying, "Hey y'all, I'm trying not to hurt this person." like you already done gained territory, and now you telling everybody, international community, look, try to get a ceasefire, have them just stop shooting. And what's getting ready to happen is he about to turn the heat up over there. That's what's getting ready to happen, and it's right around the time this financial thing is happening. You know what I'm saying? Because they study the market. Like he's not. Once again, there's more than one way to fight a war. You can fight a war physically, economically. I mean, it's so many different wars on so many fronts. And that's what people got to understand what's going on. Like them, you seeing what's happening with them wars over there. It's directly related to what's going on with the financial sector.
Yes.
It's directly. They won't say that because on those financial, those stock shows and all that, they talk about the business. They don't want to try to merge what's going on with the war into this, but it's directly related. Because talk about, everything. I mean, whatever you go into the index, when you talking about the NASDAQ, all that's related, man.
That's right. No, I just going to add to what you're saying. I want to cut you off, Khan, but just to add to what you're saying, there's an article in there also too, where it speaks about the millions of dollars the U.S. military is using just to sit in the Red Sea to shoot them rockets down from the Houthis. They say one of them rockets costs about $2 million.
Right.
$2 million for one rocket. And they don't shoot over 400 rockets to try and hit them missile down. This is in the excess of $1 billion right now. They're spent in that Red Sea. And they ain't talking about the gas. They ain't talking about the salary for them people on the boats. They're talking just for them rockets. They ain't talking about maintenance for the planes.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean they're talking about rockets alone. $1 billion.
That's right. That war is expensive, man, and we are in a wartime economy. Like,
Yeah.
you got to stop thinking that we're not in a wartime economy. This is a wartime economy, which is why they're trying to sew up any gaps, even with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They raise the tariffs on the Chinese goods now. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of Chinese able to sell their goods on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They got a large audience. That's another economy for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways or portals and ways for them to be able to operate. You understand? Whether you talking about the regular economy or even the black market. You know what I'm saying? Money is changing hands. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's how you know it's a wartime economy, because look at what Captain Shock just brought up with his article. It's that you know what time it is, which is why Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people need to come together. Bible said, "Gather together, O nation not desired." You need to come. You all these rich quick gurus is out here, man. Don't be suckered by that, man.
That's
right.
By that, man. You want to have something, man. You better turn to the Lord and build with your people. The best investment you can make is with your own people. But you have to know where to invest. You have to know where to invest your time. You know what I'm saying? Your money, your labor, your mind, your knowledge, whatever. Bring it to the Lord's house. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Out here, it's getting buck wild. You know what I'm saying? Buck wild out here in these streets right now. It's hurting. It's hurting bad out here, man. If you ain't got the Lord in your life, if you ain't turned to the prophets of the Lord, man, let me tell you something. You're gonna find yourself doing something strange out there for some change.
Yeah.
Real. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real. I mean, it's gonna get real primitive out here in a few seconds if you ain't turned to the Lord.
Listen, Claude, I think it's already like that. It's just because of it's down there like residual, like the residue of the riches that people was allowed to have, the access to stuff. You know, it's like the rain done fall and the place still wet. It's still a little still outside, but I think it's already primitive and primal. You're seeing it in the schools. You're seeing seeing it with the kids. You're seeing it with the teachers towards them. You're seeing it in the public service industry. You know, the public buses, the public modes of transport, the utilities. You're seeing it. I think the things is already getting primitive. The infrastructure that they're not maintaining. You know, so some of these cities in America look like an Aliak, the whole city.
Right. That's right.
And damn,
done.
You know what I mean? I think the thing is really is getting to that point. You know what I mean? But once again, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it for sure if they let this shit continue.
Right.
So where we at? Any more on it? Any more on the whole thing? So what are they saying from the article? If you could break it down, with what is they saying the BRICS have to do with anything with the world?
Okay. From what I took from it, sir, is that because of the BRICS push from away the dependency on the U.S. dollar worldwide, it's now causing it's people pretty much over here, they're scrambling as far as in preparation. And that's what he said. The hard landing is coming. He said the softer effects is already happening. Like everything you were just describing, like the things are already happening in place to indicate that a hard landing is coming. And it's because they're anticipating that other nations might actually go and join the BRICS, or the BRICS might actually be successful in removing the dependency from the U.S. dollar. So it's like, from what I took from it, sir, it's damn near like they know the time is running up, and the BRICS, which is just like a major indicator of letting them know, okay, time is we don't have as much time.
And Salaki, if I could. Go ahead, Cal. I'm gonna cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Curtis Blow had a song said, "These are the breaks." You know what I'm saying? These are the breaks and the bricks. Look, these people are in position. They're getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Like let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Like any kingdom, man. When you on the borders of a kingdom, or you see another kingdom getting ready to fold, you getting ready to see what you can get off the top. You know what I'm saying? So they saying, look, it's about to be an economic, crash. How can we prop ourselves up? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's once again, and Putin is definitely, he definitely trying to seize the moment. He definitely, if he can speed it up, all that money they send into Ukraine, he want to hurt America much as he can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you funded a proxy war over there with him, and then he meeting, and not only that, Hamas is meeting with him, had a meeting with him. This thing about to get ugly. So everybody's trying to shore up, like the Bible say, let the weak say I'm strong. Every economy, weak or strong, is trying to shore up their balance. Everybody trying to make sure their balance sheets are what needs to be right now. But it's about to go there. It's about to go all the way there. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? You may, like I said, you living in them cities with them sky rises. You better start looking up. You better be careful. You know what I'm saying? In about a few seconds, because somebody gonna skydive out that window.
It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And okay, it's real funny because a year or two ago, the propaganda was that the BRICS was, they was keeping us out of the media. Remember, this shit's still going on since what, 2008-9? They building this thing.
Yeah,
this is a 15-20 year plan. These Moabites had, and they was acting like this thing would never come to fruition. And once that's the pride, like I was saying, Obadiah, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. They okay, it's one thing to shoot the opposition down verbally, but if you don't go on the back channels and make preparations to make sure they are not successful against you, you just an idiot.
Exactly.
You have no defenses, no alternative plan, something to keep it in there. So now, the BRICS is a serious threat. You know what I mean? I'm wondering how much this is going to play into the election with Trump and Biden, because it's a two-horse race now for sure. I mean, I don't think anybody challenging Trump. I don't think that is it Nikki Haley who they was trying to get to challenge him?
Yeah, she voted for him. She said she's gonna vote for him now.
Yeah, I think she that whole thing. Nobody don't care about no first woman and first. Nobody don't give a damn about that. People want cash.
Yeah.
People want money. People want a certain amount of security for the future. And they, Trump already did it before with the whole the stimulus and trying to take things away from China. He was in there, and white America got a taste of him being in charge. And they kind of want him back. He wants him back. So now with this looming over everybody's head, and again, he's not a politician, he's a businessman. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays into this election that's coming towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that last paragraph, I don't know if you want to read the last paragraph. All the way to the bottom.
All of this will also contend with the ongoing U.S. dollar questions that have arisen in recent months. The BRICS alliance has driven a global shift toward gold and other assets. Therefore, ongoing debt concerns and de-dollarization initiatives will only increase pressure on the U.S. in its most dire state.
Yeah, because that what people don't understand too is like is what America okay, I would say England. You gotta go read that book Eric Williams wrote, Cap, with the capitalism. I forget the name of it, but it's a book Dr. Eric Williams wrote. And he
slavery to capitalism.
Yeah. And he was breaking down in there about England and how England didn't make the switch swift enough. You understand? That's why they had to basically look like they had to pull out from the colonies like that, because they didn't make the switch fast enough. And America came in, and now America is using their dollar as a form of colonialism. So now your country has its own dollars, but guess what? It need that value. What value they using to gauge your money on? The US dollar. You understand? So now your dollar is $6 or $7 to $1 US. You understand? Now the BRICS coming and now trying to take away that. So now your gold might be the next thing your money got to line up to, not the American dollar. You understand? And now they're gonna start getting weaker because of the that whole what you call them, the IMF, that done rob and pillage every country in the Caribbean now.
Right.
Every country. And then you have all them countries around the Israelis, right? Where they call foreign aid. You want to know why Egypt and Saudi Arabia not getting into that fight? Is because of money, foreign aid they gain from America. No, you take all of that. Yeah, they can't get into it. That's why Jordan and all of them, they're not getting into that fight because of foreign aid. They gain tons of money from America. Now you going and pull the plug on the American dollar, or you're gonna be some problems.
Yeah.
It's gonna be this earth gonna be set on fire. If it wasn't for the Lord, this whole earth will burn for the American dollar. The way this oppressor is.
And if I could, that's why the Bible said that they're gonna be invading each other. That's what's gonna happen because of resource. When the money dry up, like once again, think about an animal. Think about the ecosystem. Gonna go into them other areas to eat. You know what I'm saying? Especially the one, and then you got to look at the insurrection that's gonna be happening in their own kingdom.
Yeah,
the ones who may want to try to hold out and say let's not go, they're gonna overthrow him or overthrow her. You understand? So you gonna have like you getting ready to go like Mad Max and the Thunderdome, especially in them countries that been eating off America. You know what I'm saying? When the flesh pots dry up, you gonna see they're gonna go to greener pastures.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna go, and it's gonna get ugly over there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
if I could get Revelation 18, 9 through I'll tell you where we're gonna stop. It ain't gonna be too much. Just a couple of them scriptures right there, because that's definitely what's on the horizon for the world and for America. You know what I mean? The pride got the better of them, and they're about to star in the last in a good movie now. They're about to be the star in that movie. Let me know when you're with that.
Kawakan. Revelation chapter 18, verse 9.
Yeah.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Listen, like that's what you see in the fact is what happening. All that funding and that foreign aid. These kings of the earth live deliciously, and I see why the scriptures use the word kings too. They didn't just say leaders, because them countries you name, they got kings.
Yeah,
they got a royal family today. And all of them, they got kings.
Right.
You get one? Go ahead.
Kawakan. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment. Saying, alas.
It's far off because why? They was only in it for the money. They was only in it for the money, and now if the money get cut off, if the dollar fall and spoil, you think over in the Middle East they'll be on your side against Russia and them? You think they'll be on your side against them, or they'll go join the Houthis, or they'll go join Russia and they'll go join Iran? You think what happened with that Iran president? They're watching that and being like, damn, what's going to happen with us? You think they look at how y'all deal with Bin Laden and them, how you deal with Saddam and them? No, I ain't on Bin Laden and Saddam's side. I know they're some bastards, but the world knows that you was on their side before you put them in the ground.
Mashak, you are so right. They said it. They said before all of this, they said they have emails showing you that America and Al Qaeda were friends.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. They want, and they know as long as this bread keep coming, we're gonna be held at bay. We're gonna stave off the wolves. But if you know if you ain't paying that tax, you ain't paying that tribute, because that's really damn near what it is, what it turned into. You know what I mean? Before, America operating from a position of power, so now it's like we'll just pay you off to do this, pay you off to do that. But now these places done get a little bit strong and develop a certain sense of identity. So now you're really paying them to not turn on you, to not sell you out. And as soon as that suitcase stop coming, you know, it is what it is, and they're gonna stand afar off. Go ahead.
Saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
And they're saying, alas, alas. Ain't alas, alas like at last? Ain't like that's old English for saying, like, damn, finally, at last. Which means, as they getting the money, as they committing fornication with this place, they waiting on the day when they don't have to.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Because that money is almost like it's almost like, okay, you are a hoe, for a better language. Yeah, I mean, I should say for lack of, I mean, better. That's right. You're a hoe. That's right. Ain't nobody like to be looked. Ain't nobody want to be called a hoe, but you're a hoe. And right. and the sad thing about it is the people who the commoners, they don't see the government being a hoe until it actually come out that the government was being a hoe. Right. Because the protest is taking place in all them countries about what's happening to Hamas. But it's the elites that gain the money. It gonna come a time when, as they say, that money dry up, that money worth nothing. So now, how my people gonna eat? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Yeah, now it's gonna be on and popping.
Yep, they're gonna be looking for what's the new deal. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I said that's why that whole thing with Iran and Israel had almost jumped off. America had to be in the middle of it. Otherwise, it would have escalated too quick, too fast.
Right.
Because just imagine if America, Jordan, Saudi Arabia had just stand back and let Israel deal with Iran, it would have been bad.
Right.
It would have been real bad. And it would have tumbled too quick. And now all Russia would have had to do is just sit back, and China would have said, sit back and just watch. You know what I mean? And come on, you know what I mean, gobble up whoever that gobble up.
Right.
That's what they're doing right now in them African countries. There's a story we had there where a Caucasian male American got caught, I think is in the Congo, trying to do a coup with them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Begging for his life
and that's because that's the bricks coming in. That's the bricks coming in. They ain't saying it, but that's the bricks coming in and aligning them African countries and telling them, yo, we'll bring you all to the table. You all be at the table. It ain't like with America when it comes to the UN. America could veto. Just imagine you have 100, 200 countries. Brother, 199 of them could say, you know what, we want to bring Palestine in. If America say no, Palestine not coming in. What the hell is that? Then why am I in the UN?
Right.
If you tell me my vote matter, but America could just come behind and say la, and that's it.
Listen, that's their strength, and it's going to be their downfall.
Yes,
because again, they're building something. They're trying to be the Lord and build something up that they think is righteous and God given, and it's not.
Right.
And it's definitely going to fall. It's falling already. It's falling already. If I could get verse 11 there, Tukazak.
Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
And that's where America is. America is the number one consumer.
Yeah.
Everything is made somewhere else, made in Thailand, made in China, made in India, made somewhere else. Listen down to the TikTok, virtually damn near the thing is created somewhere else. And again, the only reason is because you was buying so much, you was doing so much business, but they're going to be done with you. And it goes on to list all the good things that America was buying from everybody. And it's no more. Give me verse 15.
Verse 15.
Just to add to what you're saying too, Kasalaki. That's why when Trump say if he gets in, he gonna drill, baby. He gonna drill because
America on reserves.
Yes, and he said they're going to drill because they're dependent too much on Saudi Arabia because them buggers gain fat and rich off of that, you know what I mean, that money.
Yeah.
Hella rich.
The deals they had before, America was able to not use their reserves and buy the oil because they was that was part of the petrodollar deal.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so easy for America to get because they're printing the money anyway. But America is sitting on reserves, so he's gonna try to do it, but he gonna find the thing gonna change because now you have all this solar stuff. The shit could move quickly. The shit could move quickly on him. So you know what I mean. Let me get verse 15 real quick out.
The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
And that's that. Listen, this is the beginning of that, torment and weeping and wailing. That hard landing they're talking about. The merchants which were made rich by her, which was doing trade and business with this place. And, upkeeping, they are going to stand afar off and watch and not help and not intervene on behalf of, and it's going to be a bad day. Is your preacher making you ready for this? Is your preacher telling you about this on Sunday?
That's right.
Is your preacher putting some things in place, some kind of contingency plan? Is he making, getting a structure within the church for something like this?
Right.
Guarantee you not. I guarantee you he is not. This is a bad day coming. And let me tell you something. When this place really fall, you see how much not a part of this place we are.
Yeah.
When this place really fall, you'll realize that we wasn't even ever part of this place. You'll see it wholeheartedly. Right now, like again, the rain done fell and the place is still wet outside. There's puddles on. When that rain dry the hell up, you'll really see what's going on.
That's right.
And you really see what's going on. So listen, man, we preparing for that. We preparing for that up in here. I'm telling you straight up and down. I see this last Passover opened my eyes to a whole lot in terms of how you run a nation, man. Commanding General Hanna, bro, he's done perfected it. He's done perfected it because the Lord is with him and he have a badass team with him that whatever comes, brother, they on that right, they turn the boat on that wave, know how to point the bow to break the wave, know how to sail with the current, sail against the current. They know how to do it all.
That's right.
They know how to do it all. Your preacher, on the other hand, but you're gonna be swimming. Going to be swimming. You're going to be drowning.
No, it's heavy because some of the people on Wall Street, they gotta go to parachute. But you look at us, what we doing? We out here playing around with this thing.
Yep, you're right. You know what I mean? So that is it. Is any last one y'all wanted to hit before we go on? That's about it. If not, just let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know. I know a lot of them stories is trending. You see how Kelly Rowland had to check that French woman. And of course, white people is mad about it. And they show some video today with some, I think it's a white woman. She had the Caesar Borgia on the train of her dress. And the security was not letting her do it. And brother, the white woman had to fully push the broad like a fight. I mean, and now people realize, and they don't understand, these French people is absolute donkeys, And you know the other woman. I'm telling you straight up and down. They don't eat nice, and that's why Kelly Rowland had to get in her face and do that thing. If you see the other footage, the woman, she, of course, some Christian or Catholic, she have the Caesar Borgia picture with the thorns on the train and the dress, so she trying to spread it out, so as she walk up the stairs, they'll see the picture. The security keep picking it up, picking up the dress. She telling the men leave the dress. When she finally reached up to the top, she let it flow down, turn around. The same white woman who was giving Kelly Rowland problems tried to pick up the thing and, you know, push her up the stairs. Brother, this devil turned around and, I mean, shoved the broad out. Shoved it down security. So now I would like every white person who had evil things to say about our sister Kelly Rowland to apologize, because that ain't just typical nigga behavior. That's anybody would react like that when you meet an a-hole who taking the job a little too serious. A job a little too serious.
To lock it too, especially a woman, you know, on the red carpet.
Right.
That's her time to shine. You know how women are. You know what I'm saying? They gonna act a fool. You know what I'm saying? You get in their photo, they get looking them, and they taking pictures, and they, you know, they moment. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna go for that. You know how that go.
Yeah. Exactly, and you, listen, you hit a point there too, which explains it. The broad probably is just jealous that she got to be in there with a hard ass suit with all these men working security, watching other women like herself look feminine and nice and get catered to. She probably salty as hell on them red carpet stairs out. Salty because none of the men is doing it. It's this one white broad. And she probably, you know, jealous as could be. I just want all these white people who had evil things to say about Kelly Rowland. About this is why you can't bring those type of people here. It's typical behavior, this, that, the other. You had a ton of things to say about that girl, and she's never had a reputation of doing that. In fact, she has a reputation of being very graceful in public interviews. So graceful that this thing stood out with how she reacted. But now a white woman, I mean, fully shoved the devil out. Shove her like, you know, bitch, we gonna fight. I want to hear that to say no. I want to hear if that's typical trailer park behavior. I want to hear if they're gonna say that. You know what I mean?
She did it with the Caesar Borgia on the dress. Who's supposed to be non-violent.
Supposed to be Christian. Yeah.
She didn't turn the other cheek.
Yeah, she didn't. You know what I mean? She didn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely crazy. I try to look for the footage now, but I probably might pass it. You could probably look it up on your own time. But it's ridiculous. I think there was another one that happened for sure after that Kelly Rowland one. And the broad, I mean, shoves the same security out. And they say it's the same woman. And now they're trying to say, well, this woman has a problem. There's a problem with her. No, but before, when it was just a black person she violated, it's the black person's fault. But now a woman get violated, then, you know, we had to look and see who the security is, why she having, you know, this type of reaction with them. You know, I can't even find the video. All that coming up is the Kelly Rowland one. But y'all could go look it up and see another woman did it, and this woman had to shove the security guard. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let's see if we could get it. See, she done vexed already. See?
They're treating them like kids.
And she had like a train. The train. She wanted the train to be. I see the images on the train of her dress. I see that. Okay.
Right. She wanted that to be there. See how she shove her? She had to shove her back because this bro just, you know, something's wrong. She don't know how to be around people. Once again, if you really want real security, come to the ISUPK Shamar, man. You could have excellent brothers and sisters. Because like you didn't have to touch China money. You didn't have to do none of that shit. You didn't have to none of that. You know, you didn't have to violate her personal space and try to, you know, exact your authority. You know, you run things on these steps. You know what I mean? Like, she is queen of the steps. What the hell she is?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
and Slacky, that's a sure too that they don't care about other people's culture. Like
No.
America just, you know what I mean, they just, you know what I mean, the type of Caucasians across here is, you know what I mean, they do not care what culture it is. That's like, you know what I mean, you sitting across here and saying that the people or the women in Iran and in Saudi Arabia, they oppress. That's their people culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you talking about, you know what I mean, how free you are. Okay, you in America, do that shit do that mess in America. When you go out there, you know what I mean, you better know what culture you're gonna deal with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because America ain't gonna be right there and then and there with you on them steps.
No.
Somebody could have pulled that dress and tossed her down the stairs, and that would be on and popping.
That's not what it is at all. And once again, the security guard is putting her hands on her, which is, I think, is the conflict. Notice the men is not doing it, but if you notice when she reach on top of the stairs, the security puts her hand under the girl's arm, right? You know, like side boob type thing. You'll see this. She's telling them leave it alone. It has to be there. Look right here. She put the hand. Then when she turns, she kind of grabs. So you see the pull. And that's where she have a problem. Like, who the fuck you touching?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who is you touching with this shit? You know what I mean? So I would just like all these oppressors who had evil things to say about Kelly Rowland when she stood up for herself. And Kelly Rowland was so classy to not put hands on her, was just to tell her off, to check her. Don't you touch me. Don't you do this. This woman put full hands on her. This woman damn near assaulted the security guard.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to Kelly Rowland and say, you know, flip it over for this white girl, and let's see if you're, you know, would do it if you're honorable.
Right.
Highly done. You know what I mean? So listen, man, we crossed the time again. Big up everybody who came through tonight. Definitely appreciate you all. You know, Ash Bangamia, Bayana Banyamian. You know, everybody who inside and shout you all out and get you all last week. What's his Ash Bagaramia, you know what I mean? Eric Brewster, you know what I mean? To Water for coming through. And Calvin, I'm not sure who this is, brother Calvin. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to get everything from everybody. Abdul Armstrong, Anton One. I know he was commenting big time going on through. I think we saw Just Art and Paint. You got Lahab on the inside. I know Arawadia is in there, Yashar Banaf, you know what I mean? So all of you for always joining us on Saturday. We're going to be back next week. Don't forget, pay your tithes, ISUPK.com. Join Commander Johnny Hanna this Monday, 9 p.m. The same channel, Commander Johnny Hanna, Black Watch. Y'all go check him out on Round Table of Truth. He was with Captain Malquad down there in Chicago last night. Listen, man, the interviews the general is dropping. You probably want to go and re-dissect it. Yeah. I guarantee you, it's something to really get you right, get your mind focused. And if you think focused, your mind ain't focused. If you think you're focused, you're not focused as you should be. Let's put it like that. Go check that interview out, man. Sit down and listen. Let play, and then let play again. And Monday, let play again. And I think by Wednesday you might be able to really digest everything. You know what I mean? Go check it out. So until then, we're going to be back, Lord allow, next Saturday. Lord allow. Y'all check out the whole schedule for the cookouts again. June 15th, 16th, he's going to be up in Buffalo, New York. You know what I mean? Rocking it out. We're going to be back, Lord allow, next week. With that, I'm going to say, Yabshin Shot Rock a thumb. Until yeah, I mean, so like here, Captain Nan Stock holding it down, North Carolina. You know, Captain Kahan holding it down in South. Officer Kazak holding it down. I know tonight we were short of a few brothers. They had some things they was doing. You know what I mean? I think Sawapi doing some street work down there in Trinidad. I think a Warrior handling some stuff. I think Sakji them going to come through. Hadayala, congratulations again, brother. That's and Lord alone, next week, we're going to get in with everybody. You know what I mean? With that, I'm going to say shalom.
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 warrior with the hands. That's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark, and I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought, just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels, so I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak, nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft, better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. My hymen say I cup full, no room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, it drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain.